Hey, I'm Ali. Hey, and this is the Alleyway Comic Reviews. Today I'm going to look at the first issue of the newly relaunched X-Men, which came out on the 10th of July, written by Jed McKay and art by Ryan Stegman. This book is special because it's the first book in the new From the Ashes initiative, which showcases the mutants' lives after Krakoa. If you're interested in what this is or all of the books that are part of it from July till December, and also a brief history of Marvel's Merry Mutants, then go watch my last video where I break down every From the Ashes title. Now let's break down the actual issue itself. We begin in Alaska, where Police Chief Paula Robbins visits the X-Men new headquarters, which was previously a Sentinel building site. She's greeted by Beast, who she initially is startled by.
I'm sorry about that, Dr. McCoy. That reaction. It's embarrassing.
She asks about Cyclops, and Beast informs her, along with us, that him and his team are on the field. Cut to Santa Marco, where Quentin is losing it.
You're fucked, Summers. You're fucked, and I should have never joined your fucking team.
Please, Quentin. You've died more times than any other mutant. You should be used to this.
Cyclops calls the assault team.
This isn't working. You keep picking rock.
Of course I keep picking rock. I'm not a wimp. Problem is, so do you.
Do I look like a wimp to you?
I said assault team!
It's two people really isn't a team.
Once the defenses are down, the rest of the team join. We move on to Beast's tour of the base. They've reached the garden, and Glob of all people is growing vegetables.
You're doing it again.
I know, I'm sorry.
The chief brings up the concern of the town, as they were hoping the factory could open up again. A lot of people lost their jobs when Orchis took over and began producing Sentinels, and then it was destroyed by the Avengers and Fall of X, and now, well, it's clear that it's not opening back up anytime soon. But Beast explains to her how when they lost their Eden, and the humans refused to give them refuge, they had to settle for their scraps. And now they're asking for that back as well, which helps her understand.
I'm sorry. The factory must be a far cry from Krakoa.
I wouldn't know.
Dark Beast hints? Simultaneously, the X-Men continue their mission, which turns out to be a rescue mission, and the person they're here to free turns out to be Logan.
That's the X-Men. They're coming for me, and I wouldn't want to be in their way.
Shut up! There's no way they could have known you were here. We've scanned you for transponders, and you're not a psychic.
I don't gotta be a psychic, but Jean Grey, Emma Frost, Quentin Quire, Celeste, Esme, Mindy, Phoebe, and Sophie Cuckoo.
I've been thinking very loud, and it sounds like one of them had their ears on.
Scott informs us that he sent Logan to this facility as they picked up 6 new mutant signatures, but he was captured. The X-Men go looking for the new mutants, as Quentin questions Edie for joining the X-Men who let her down so many times. She quickly shuts him down. Why do you think I'm here, Quentin? I'm not going to let them let anyone else down.
Besides, I didn't see my ex-boyfriend come to my rescue when they threw me into the pit of Krakoa. No, you were off doing war crimes with X-Force.
Quentin tries to locate the kids but can't find any. Only mutants he's picking up are adults. On the other side, Beast introduces the chief to their healer, Xorn, and to his delight, for once she didn't get shocked. Beast realizes how all 3 of the more visual mutants being in the base might look like, but the X-Men aren't hiding their freaks. It just happens to be that their gifts serve better purpose off the field. But Hank's good work is tested when Magneto arrives and right away tries to intimidate her.
And what do they need you for?
The dragon. Henry has a soft touch. He always has. He makes you tea. He shows you Herman's garden. Xorn's healing. He puts you at ease. And to tell all the other humans that we are friendly. That they have nothing to fear. I am here so that you can tell them my side. I am Magneto. I have never been friendly, and I am to be feared. These are my children of the atom, and they will be allowed to thrive.
Cut back to the X-Men versus the Orchis 6, who don't seem to be, as Quentin puts it, Frankensteins. They're natural mutants, but how? Mutation has only manifested at puberty, yet even with the element of surprise, the X-Men win and leave as we get a hint of our 2 new villains. Scott asks Logan to join, but he rejects.
I can't do it anymore. I can't build from the beginning again. Maybe I never should have left the woods that life. I understand.
Quentin continues to pester Magneto, who wishes for his demise. Scott gives Hank something that belonged to one of the Orchis Six, as he's informed the police chief came by, and how that went. Even with Max's attempt to intimidate her, she left on a good note. Hank asks if he can start taking down the Sentinel statue.
I want to be sure that they don't forget what they owe us.
That's the end. Or is it? The book has a bonus page which you can access from the QR code, where we meet the potential villains of From the Ashes, a team formed by the Zealot, the Doctor, the Means, and the Chairman, who people are guessing are Cassandra Nova, Astra and Joseph, Raven, and the Krakoan from NYX, formerly Hellion. So now that you know what happened, let's talk about the good, what I liked in the issue. It had great banter from Cyclops and Quentin to Magik and Juggernaut, and even Beast and Magneto all had some banger lines. My favorite part of the issue had to be the Chief and Beast, because my personal favorite part of the X-Men has always been the mutant-human relations, so them having a friendship or maybe even a romance excited me. The art was beautiful, and I have to agree with McKay on how kinetic Stegman's art is. It also intrigues you and makes you ready to read the next. I mean, what's the whole Orchis 6 about? Who's a part of the X-Cabal? Who do these two shadows belong to? Are Xorn and Glob gonna have anything to do? Are Beast and the Chief gonna hook up? So many questions, so long till we get the answers. I wanted to talk about the bad, but I couldn't find much except two things. One is about character, so I'll get to that later. And the second is the weird QR code gimmick they're doing. For those who don't know, at the end of the book, there's a blank page with a QR code, something most wouldn't notice or care about, since usually they use this for Coca-Cola ads. So I didn't even realize I had a secret page. I only found out about that from a YouTube video. So like, they marketed it horribly, and the gimmick itself feels weird and annoying. From what I gathered, they did it because they thought it would be fun. I couldn't find one person who found this gimmick so-called fun. Most did not care, and some were mad since it feels like you don't get your money's worth, because apparently they're gonna print this extra page on trade paperbacks, so collectors are probably gonna have to buy both. Which just feels so scummy, but whatever, that's enough of that. Time to talk about how the characters were handled. And let's start with the leader of the squad, Cyclops. Scott seems very interesting in this issue. In the beginning, he's in his usual leader role, but as the issue goes on, we see this Scott isn't straight-laced as we'd expect. And that's confirmed at the end, where he explained that he wants the Sentinel statue to remain because, as he put it, so they don't forget what they owe us. K's Scott is gonna be a mix of regular and revolutionary Scott, which excites me as that's my favorite Scott. Next up is the friendly furry himself, Beast. I really felt like they were extremely backpedaling his villain arc. I mean, I know he's a clone, but they really leaned in, taking him back to the 90s cartoon depiction, which isn't my favorite, but he was fine. I did like what feels like a possible romance with the Chief, and his darker tendencies are still there, as when asked about Krakoa, he went completely dull. Magneto. I love the Magneto in this. I mean, he was shown to care for his fellow X-Men, but also, in true Magneto fashion, he still tries to intimidate and show his superiority to the humans. And him wishing death to Quentin for just existing is hilarious. Especially since when Quentin was created, he was a huge Magneto fanboy, literally creating the Magneto is right tagline, which got really popular since it was featured on X-Men 97. Psylocke. Well, she's there. She looks cool, I guess. I can't really judge anything since she barely has anything to say or do, which I'm sure is gonna get better with the following issues, but as of now, that's really it. This take on Quentin felt weird and regressive. I mean, I read X-Force, so going from that to this was wild. I mean, it seems like he's the same kid from New X-Men or Wolverine and the X-Men, but that doesn't mean I don't like it, cause bratty Dick Quentin is very entertaining, so keep it up. And I'm rooting for him and Temper to rekindle, just so they can keep him far away from Sophie or any of the other cuckoos. Temper. This is kind of my first time with her, and I can see her quickly becoming one of my favorites. She's got cool powers. Ice and fire, never goes wrong. Also, her whole thing about how the X-Men let her down, but she joined them so they don't let anyone else down is very interesting, and her different view on Krakoa is very welcomed. Magik. Not as bad as Psylocke. She at least has a cute moment with Juggernaut, but still, that there's not enough for me to judge. So I'll keep my judgment for the future. Same with Juggernaut. Let's talk about Chief Paula Robbins. She's a welcomed character. I always love a human supporting character. Candy Southern, OG Maddie Pryor, and maybe even a love interest. Let's go to Glob. Well, he was there. That's really it. Xorn, he was also there. Before I end it, let's get a second opinion on the issue. I have here my brother Sean, who's gonna provide his input on the book. Hey Sean, introduce yourself. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Hey Sean, introduce yourself.
You can do
I can cut it, it's
it.
fine. Just introduce yourself.
Wait.
What your name is, how old are you, stuff like that.
Hey Sean, it's everyone.
Just introduce yourself, man, come on. You don't make this longer? Hi, I'm Ali Sean, like that.
Hi, I'm Ali Sean. I turned 10 today. My brother kind of forced me to do this.
Okay, go. What did you think of the first issue? What did you think of the issue?
It was good. I like the characters that were in it, especially Quentin, because the book that we're reading was about him.
Oh yeah, we're currently like reading new X-Men, so Quentin is on his mind. We just finished Riot at Xavier's. How did you find the writing?
It was especially good. Can you just cut that out? The writing was very good.
Okay, thank you for that. Very insightful input. Did you like the art?
Yeah, obviously.
How did you find the characters?
And basically the same question again.
Yeah, well, just answer it.
Okay. I found them very good, especially Quentin, because we're reading the book on the accent.
Can you say it a different way? Okay, whatever. Can you rank the team from like the one that you like the least to the best?
Okay. So, the one that I like the least is Temper, because I don't know anything about her. Second is Psylocke, because I don't know that much stuff about Psylocke.
Yeah, and she barely did anything in the issue. I think she had like 2 lines the most.
Yeah. And third, Beast, because like the rest of the characters are just cooler than him.
Yeah. Also, boo! Bring back Evil Beast.
And fourth is Juggernaut. I don't like his design. I like his outfit, but not how his teeth look.
Really? I'm kind of into it. The red and black, the X on his head.
Yeah,
That's cool.
No, I'm talking about his teeth and like eyes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell him to get a toothbrush or something. Next.
Okay, Cyclops, because I don't really like think Cyclops that cool.
Well, I disagree on that. This book actually, like, I think out of this issue, Psycho was my favorite out of them. He had the most to do, really.
Okay, then Magik,
Yeah.
because she's just like normally cool.
Yeah, she's awesome.
And number one, Magneto, because he's like the best villain like X-Men ever had. Plus,
And Magneto was right.
hashtag Magneto's right. Put in the comments.
Put in the comments, hashtag Magneto was right.
Yes, cool, but I just
Okay, well, any parting words? Oh, wait, what did you think of the whole QR code scandal?
that they that they that that like it wasn't even that cool. They should have just put it in.
Yeah, it feels very cheap and tacky that they just took it out and like they want us to get it in like trades now. Like just put the page in. Maybe have like a unique cover or something, or like a fun little cute moment, not an actual plot moment. Okay. Any favorite moments from this issue?
When Quentin Quire said, "What's up, Magneto?"
What's up, Professor M, you mean?
Yeah, and then like Magneto just asked if they could kill him on a mission.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments was when like Magik and Juggernaut were like playing rock, paper, scissors just for like who would go out the portal first, and they just ended up both did rock because they're both very tough badasses. It reminded me of like us, because we also play rock, paper, scissors for like everything, to decide anything. So yeah. Well,
And I won most times.
well, thank you for your time. I know you're very busy.
Wait, say one last word.
Huh? Any parting words?
Caillou sucks.
Okay.
Make me add that video.
Okay, like let's get back into the regular video now. That's enough of that. Well, that's it for now. I'm gonna continue making my way through the titles. Next up is the first issue of Phoenix, and of course I'll be back with issue 2. So if you're interested, don't forget to tell me what you thought. Did you like it, hate it, or just did not care? Are you gonna continue reading? Let me know down below.